Flight boss, bitch, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of an Terrence Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about the basic Leo archetype. Now, basic Leo archetype. Now, right now, what is Leo? Leo is fixed fire. Now, fixed fire. Fixed is being fixated on its own, and fire represents the seeing and the feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because fire is like light, the spark of electricity, enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? What you can see now. You know what I'm saying? Like if the light was off, you're in the dark. When the light come on, you can see everything in the room. So, you know what I'm saying? Right here, Leos are fixated on their own way of seeing things and their own way of feeling about things. You know what I'm saying? So that's a fire. That's a fixed fire in a nutshell. So right here, this what sometimes may make Leos stubborn to how others may feel because they're too busy expressing how they feel. Or a lot of times they understand how other people feel, but then they want to express how they feel. They want to have the demand expression in the room because they have their own fixated way of how they feel, and they have their own way of seeing things. They like to see things the way they see things. You know what I'm saying? They not like their fellow Sagittarius, where Sagittarius might be able to see things the way you can see it because that's mutable fire. It's adaptable and changeable to other people's ways of seeing things and other people's ways of feeling about things to the point that can come to a broad perspective. Or it may not be like Aries to the point that it's cardinal, where it's trying to initiate and create new ways of how to see things and how to feel about things. Leo has its own vision. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, since the sun is home, it's on the right side. So anytime a planet is home, that means it's on the right side of the earth, because you're on the earth. You're not Leo itself. You're playing out these traits through your physical spaceship form, which is your body. You know what I'm saying? And you're in the spaceship Gaia, Torah. And she's a little girl. So when the light that she was in when she did a God 360, you know what I'm saying, it was in the Leo aspect. You know what I'm saying? It was in the 5th house. So say this was Aries, this is Taurus, this is Gemini, this is Cancer, this is the 5th house. So now this is the fifth house outlook is, okay, now I can, taking all these traits to the 5th house, now I can express myself. I could be entertained by things. You know what I'm saying? I could be creative in this aspect right here. You know what I'm saying? And then the sun is going to be to the right. You know what I'm saying? So it can have an outlook. You know what I'm saying? An outlook. So the outlook right here, and then when you look at it from a house perspective, the sun to the right will be in the 1st house, which is the exaltation of the sun. And it's home, got to be home for the 5th house. So what happens here is the sun is relaxed here. The sun has energy, has vitality, can use its energy for as it pleases. So, you know what I'm saying? When you say it's energy, it's its energy. So what is the sun? The sun is giving energy all to Gaia, right? So it's the light everywhere, right? So that's how Leos may feel. They feel like they have to be the light. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times unknowingly. So when they walk in, they may just feel like they're the ones getting all the attention. When they just walk in, sometimes they may just feel like they have to be the one that give off all the attention. Either way, it goes through either extreme. It's not an extreme. It's not a pleasant place where it could be just like, I'm just chilling and relaxing. That's a boring, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's still fire. So fire has to move. So it's either expressing or giving off expressions. You know what I'm saying? Which Leos have no problem with doing that. You know what I'm saying? But due to a lot of other planetary alignments, that'll show you what kind of intentions they be having behind it. Like a Leo that got a lot of Virgo placements may do it in a way that they make him gain something from it. You know what I'm saying? By helping others or giving attention to others. But you know, when it comes to the basic archetype of Leos, you know what I'm saying, they always going to feel like the right thing to do is to express themselves. Because anytime a placement is home, it's on the right side of the earth. You know what I'm saying? And the sun is light, vitality, energy, expression, the I am. You know what I'm saying? So right here is what you see, the things you see. So when it's home in Leo, right here, they see the expression for itself. So a lot of times a Leo may not even feel like whatever they're expressing. They may just be expressing a certain way because they see the way, or they see the environment that they in, and they see what kind of expression may need to be played. It's almost like a role that need to be played. So they may see this expression that should be played in the way they see the surroundings. So then they play out that expression. They play that part. You know what I'm saying? So when it works for them, they get maximum like happiness from that. Then when it don't work for them, they can get depressed from that. They can get discouraged from that. It can hurt their pride because it's the sun. You see what I'm saying? It can hurt their pride. It can hurt their ego because that expression that they see, that their plan is not working. So now it fractures how they see things, and they can become stubborn to the point of seeing things how others may see it. So that becomes the vengeful Leos. The Leos who like, well, I am who I am, whether you like it or not type of Leos. You know what I'm saying? And after a while it becomes violent, and you know what I'm saying? Those kind of Leos. But you know what I'm saying? It just plays off as a Leo have to understand themselves, create an expression first, and don't play a role of expression, because that's ultimately what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know this a lot because I'm a Leo rising. I'm not a Leo sun sign. See, the sun sign is your actions, the way you're gonna act, aka your earth signs. That's what you're placing out on earth. Your rising is your personality, like in a lot of your personal issues. So I deal with a lot of personal issues that may involve into shit like that, or my personality is kind of like that in a way. Like my personality is an expression. Like I'm always acting out an expression personally already. So it's like what I'm doing now, my personal movements that I'm doing, I'm acting out my actual what I'm saying and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I might dress the part or where I'm going and shit like that. It's like that's just my personality to express what the fuck I'm saying or what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Now the sun sign, depending on their ascendant, might be totally different. They may have a Scorpio ascendant where they may not be so expressive of how they feel at the moment. They may be more reserved, but their actions is to express that. So that's their actions. They act on not expressing themselves so much. So people know them as being reserved. People when people explain their personality, if they are a Leo with a Scorpio ascendant, or if they're a Leo with a Libra ascendant. You know what I'm saying? They'd be a person that's very communicative and try to initiate and create new ways of communicating and thinking and being harmonious amongst people and shit like that. So that'd be their personality already. Their personality is already talkative, communicative. You know what I'm saying? And try to initiate new conversation, new relationships with people, business relationships, romantic relationships, family relationships, initiate new thoughts in them and new conversations within those relationships and stuff like that. But the way they act is in a Leo way when they do it. They do it in expressive. That's what they're expressing. They're expressing that now. You know what I'm saying? And putting that to action. So you see the little difference. It's a difference when you talk about signs being in the sun, moon, and the rising. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. So right here we're talking about the sun, aka the earth sign. You know what I'm saying? So right here, the Leos always feel like the right thing to do is to express themselves in some certain type of way, or to express the way they feel in some type of way, or to express the way they see something in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So, because the sun is on the right side right here, so that's the righteous thing to them too. So they think it's righteous when they're around others that do the same, or they may feel they may clash with others because the ego thing is the sun. Now, let's go to, because I don't think no planet fall here. Let's go to away. So away is the left side. So that means when planets is at work when they're here. You know what I'm saying? So on the left side of the basic Leo archetype will be Saturn and Uranus, because the opposite to Leo will be Aquarius. So the rulers is Uranus and Saturn. So anytime you have these in Leo as a basic Leo archetype in general, this is on the left side. If you on the earth and and Earth is in Leo at the time. You know what I'm saying? On the left side of the basic archetype, you know what I'm saying, Saturn and Uranus is on the left side. So anytime, now what is Saturn? Saturn is how one gains structure in one's life, but it's also where one put boundaries and restrictions and limits on. But it's also where one gonna put boundaries and restrictions and limits at, whatever sign it's in. And what's Uranus? Uranus is change and rebellion, but it's also uniqueness and originality. You know what I'm saying? You need one and the same. Because when you being original and unique, obviously that's going to change somebody else's way of doing something or rebel against somebody else's way of doing things. So you know what I'm saying? It's like the gift and the curse. But when we want to talk about it now, as far as a Leo, anytime somebody's being left field in general, anytime somebody being too rebellious, too opposing against thoughts and shit like that, and ideas and feelings and expressions, this is left field. Anytime somebody come across a Leo, gonna feel like this is left field. This would, and anytime a Leo do that, that's a left field Leo. You know what I'm saying? So that's left field to Leos. Anytime somebody trying to think they're too unique, too original, you know what I'm saying, or too rebellious and too left field. You know what I'm saying? That's because the sun is like the see all be all almost. So it's nothing new up under the sun. So when someone trying to act like they're doing something that's never been done before, that's left field to a Leo. So a lot of times, this would make Leos try to do something that never been done before, because they feel like it's like a way of feeling, like almost here, like the sun again. Now, when you have Saturn here, anytime someone is trying to put too many boundaries and restrictions and limits on things, that's left field for Leos. Leos feel like they can do whatever, whenever, how they want to do it. It's when they experience of not being able to do that make them upset. So that's left field to Leo. Anytime somebody around them saying, man, but we can't do this, but you need to do that, and this, that, and the third, that's left field. Left field for Leo. Anybody who comes around Leos with all that ass shit, that's left field. Now, also with Saturn is also how one gains structure in their life. So Leos, a lot of times, may not have a right. Let me put this, because people, it depends on other people placements. It depends on other planetary placements or people around you. But just if you have, like, I'm gonna just put it like this: if you have straight up all Leo placements, say if you have all Leo planets, it'd be hard for you to have any kind of stability in your life or any type of foundation in your life, because in so many ways that's kind of left field for you. You want to act out your expression, you want to do things, you want to be center stage, you want to have things given to you, you want to be praised, but that don't really involve being praised, and having things given to you don't really involve to work that much or stabilizing yourself into a situation. And due to the society we in right now, it's a whole lot of Saturn, like a whole lot of Saturn symbols, whole lot of Saturn religions, whole lot of Saturn worship, to the point that it's a whole lot of Saturn energy here, to the point that it make you feel like you really have to work for yours in this realm of reality for this situation. Like it's intellectual beings out here that I fight with every day, that they so energy that they use as Saturn. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, like, I'm not talking about people right now, in Archetype or Uriel, but back to talking about people. Yeah, in this realm of reality, like, it's a heavy Saturn energy going on right now, due to and it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got all the Saturn type symbolisms and stuff like that. You live in a Saturn age. It's a cobalt age. You gotta go. The Chevy Cobalt, whatever, like, you gotta go work for your shit. Y'all all in the coal mines. You gotta work more hours for less shit and receiving. Like you were supposed to be given whatever they man, this is not the video to go to war on. We gotta stay on task. Stay on task, flight boss. Alright, look, we're talking about, yeah, Leo, so that's like left field. That's left field right there. Anytime you get to too much, you gotta start to work super hard for what you actually want to express and shit like that. That's left field. So Leos use anger when they have to work hard. That's what makes Leo get to the top. That's what makes Leos want to be the boss now. Because once you put a Leo in a situation that they have to do a bunch of outlandish shit, bunch of left field shit, they're gonna be able to attract that back to their sun and be able to be looked at as, look what I accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So that's the good thing about the left field planets. But, you know, but that's here or there. You know what I'm saying? Then you want to get into, there's no necessary exaltation. People want to say Neptune and this, that, and third. I'm going to do a separate video for that. But, yeah, that's just the basic archetype of Leo. So, you know, Leo and Leo, they want to be, they just want to be seen and want to be known. And you have them Leos who don't necessarily care about wanting to be seen or want to be known. But somewhere behind that mask, they want to be known for not being seen and not being known. You know what I'm saying? So when they go amongst their friends and shit like that, it's the kind of energy it's like. So, you know, that's Leos in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? All my Leos out there, y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all keep inspiring people. Y'all keep having conviction out there. Y'all keep using the sun, but make sure y'all keep the sun. Make sure y'all not blinding people. That's like giving off two expression. Trying to express too much. Let people know how you see things too much, whatever like that. Learn how to share it. You know what I'm saying? Share the light. You know what I'm saying? We can all be in one light underneath your warmth, because it is your warmth at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We underneath your heat at the end of the day. So you're going to be respected in general. Anyways. Flight boss, bitch, you know. For sure. Goddamn.